Outdoors is not a new concept. People have been growing plants indoors for many years. This indoor structure can be referred to as a greenhouse. Yes, greenhouse growing is considered an indoor planting. A greenhouse system is an indoor garden where you control a certain amount of the elements. But in this book, I would like to explore indoor gardening as it refers to your personal home, house, or apartment. So, why should you be gardening inside? One of the advantages of growing your garden indoors versus growing your garden outdoors is one of location. Yeah, location, location, location. When I talk about location, I am talking about one of the things that a gardener, whether it's an indoor gardener or an outdoor gardener, needs to consider. Location is something important that a gardener needs to consider, whether he or she is growing vegetables or flowers. You have to decide where to plant. What does my plant need as far as the area? Whether this is a need for shading, proper drainage of the soil. So location is important. So when you are growing plants outdoors, you have to find the side of your house that gets a certain amount of sun. You have to find the southeast side of the house or the southwest side of the house. You may have to know all of these benefits from getting the northern sun if your plant needs 10 or more hours worth of sunlight a day. But when you're growing indoors, you don't have to worry about that because you can control all of that. You do not have to decide which side of your house get the most shade. When you plant your plants indoors, you are controlling all of that. You can decide if you want your plants in a sunny window of your home or if you want to create artificial lighting such as a lamp or a grow light. These grow lights can be left on for 10 to 12 hours a day to mimic the sun and then turned off at night so the plants can rest. The reason why I say you need to cut your lights off after 10 or 12 hours a day and allow your plants to rest because during the rest period is when most of your plants begin to grow. So that is one of the first advantages of growing your plants indoors is that you can control the light. Growing your plants outside, you have to consider the seasons. Regardless of where you live, there are always only 4 seasons. The 4 seasons are going to come regardless of the temperature. Some of these seasons are longer than others, and some places may seem like they don't have 4 seasons. But you actually always have 4 seasons when you are controlling the temperature indoors of your home. What you actually have in the 4 seasons, the temperature may not match the season. You still have spring, but your spring may be cool. You still have your fall, right? But your fall may not be mild. You still have your winter, but your winters can be mild or your winters can be treacherous. In other words, the dates for the seasons do not change depending on the temperature or the weather phenomenon being experienced. When you are planting and growing your garden indoors, you do not have to worry about the temperature nor the weather outside. A lot of outdoors farmers are faced with the fact that regardless of where they live, gardening outside meets a big challenge with the 4 seasons. There are places in America where 4 months out of 12 months are not conducive to growing plants outdoors at all. There is no guarantee that there will be a long summer. You may have early fall, which means that your frost date for the first hard freeze may come earlier that year, limiting your growing season. So outdoor farming loses 4 out of 12 months of grow time and the harvest their crop. All the facts to eliminate the need for you to be concerned what season it is when you're growing indoors. Like I stated before, you control all of that. Because you as a gardener can create whatever environment you desire for your indoor garden. You can create cool air, while using oscillating fans. You can give your indoor garden humidity by adding a humidifier. So, whatever your garden needs, you can provide it when you are growing indoors, and you do not have to worry about what season it is. Not having to worry about what season it is allows you to grow your garden year round, in turn, increasing the amount of food you can grow and eliminating any type of hesitancy or any type of interruption in your growing process.